or is it also the emotional thing about once that battle that happened and all the wounds that has left?
I really think that's in the past and that's where it should stay. I don't sense any sense of emotion. This is about equipping yourself with a government that responds to the needs of the people who vote for it. So at the moment in Scotland, we consistently get a government we don't vote for implementing policies that actively work against our economy.
You keep making assertions, right, that you will do. I mean, the assertion you're making is that the Scottish people are much more left and think he will have much more economic, much more equal society, right? But that's only possible, right, in the current system. But let me tell you what the bigger argument you're making. That you are saying that you should have the policy on taxation and still, right, have been able to use the pound. This is almost like the situation we have in the Eurozone, and we know, right, when you don't have alignment of taxation and fiscal policy, what happens? We saw that in Greece, we saw that in Spain, that when you don't have you have the same currency but can't influence taxation across the boundaries, you will lose economic chaos. And this is a recipe. But why would the United Kingdom agree to allow you to keep the pound when we can't influence taxation? Now that's an assumption you're making. Secondly, the European Union has said, right, I mean it's up for discussion, but you won't be able to join it.
Who said that? I think you've not been keeping up with the debate, to be honest.
About NATO, do you want to be part of NATO or you want to be out of NATO?
Right, let's, we are, if I may, I'd like to bring you up to date on a number of issues. You mentioned, first of all,
even if Trident goes.
Absolutely, in fact, you mentioned in your first sentence about, equality and fairness. Now, to be fair, you've had a pretty good shot at it at Westminster in terms of dealing with equality and fairness across these islands, and you failed miserably. I'll tell you why. The UK is the fourth most unequal nation in the Western world.
It's actually the third now.
Oh, it's the third now, right? So new figures, third most unequal nation. It doesn't seem to me like Westminster is likely to do anything about it in the near future. We have an opportunity, and I should say a will, to do so. The benefit cuts implemented by George Osborne have disproportionately affected women and children and families in Scotland. We have more people living in poverty, 100,000 children now to be plunged into poverty in Scotland.
Actually,
400%. Well, this is, but the issue at stake here is we have an opportunity to change that. This is not a vote as to what's happening in Cornwall and in Newcastle. Whilst I sympathise, I absolutely
we've been subsidising the rest of the UK.
You keep beating up on London, but you haven't been subsidising London because London only gets about 75p for every £5 it makes.
This is not anyone giving up on anyone, and I absolutely sympathise with the other parts of the United Kingdom that are getting a particularly bad deal from Westminster. But what I would say to you is, this is not the debate we're having. We're having a debate about Scottish independence, the terms of which have been agreed, and the ballot which is about to take place on the 18th of September. We can have good governance that's not just for the wealthy, but takes the whole of society with it.
But your society...
Because I think this is we're going to take this debate further, don't worry. And I have a few questions to ask from the Asian point of view as well, because you come from that... But in the end of the segment, I like to take a vote. So the vote that I want to take, and one line for each one of you, is: will Scotland be a better country if they vote yes? We can raise and then talk about it in the next segment. So who thinks they can be a better country if you vote yes?
Yes.
No, we raise our hand. Who thinks?
Well, that it can be a better country if they vote yes. I'm still on a no for that.
So we're very equally divided here on Scotland, whether Scotland will be a better country or not. We're going to ask in the next segment, what if Scotland votes yes? What will be Scotland like if it votes yes? Stay with us. This is heating up, and please do stay with us.